Chapter 4. Tremor paced anxiously around the fire in the cave. It had been over an hour since Candace had taken off, and his worry was starting to get the better of him. Amber lay towards the back of the cave, with Spyro draped across her back. It had been decided that she would take care of the Pro Dragon until Candace returned. The whole time she had been steadily shimmering with healing energy, hoping that Spyro would finally come to. Next to her, Stella watched as Tremor continue to wear a hole in the floor of the cave. She had tried again to settle down and rest, but Tremor would have none of it. When he had tried to lay down, his tossing and turning began to shake the whole mountain. At last, Stella had suggested that he move around the cave just so he wouldn't bring the entire place down them from its agitation. "So what do we do?" Spike asked as he stroked his brother's muzzle. He had been repeatedly slipping back and forth, checking to see if Candace was coming back. "Should we wait any longer?" Amber whispered to Flame, trying to keep Tremor from overhearing them. "I don't know," Flame murmured. He looked up to see Tremor had stopped his pacing and was staring motionless towards the front of the cave. The Fire Guardian gave a low sigh. He hated seeing his fellow guardian in such a worried state and distressed frame of mind. After a long moment's pause, he got up and opened his mouth to speak. Before he could utter a single vowel, Tremor turned and spoke. "Let's get ready to move out," he announced, surprising everyone else there. Stella, Amber, and Sparks all gave each other astonished glances. They could hardly believe that Tremor was insistent to leave before Dragons had returned. "Tremor," Stella spoke timidly. "Are you sure you want to—" Tremor cut her off with a stern look in his bright green eyes. It was the seriousness Stella hadn't seen in a long time. There was something about it, however, that frightened her. "We need to make sure Spyro stays safe until he wakes up again. If Candace out there or hurt, then we'll find her along the way." "I'm sorry," Flame said and placed upon his friend's shoulder. "Don't be," Tremor replied almost gruffly. "I just hope Candace is alright wherever she is." "As long as I'm with you, I'm always alright." Amber head perked up and Tremor watered on, see still of his dragons against the sky outside. "Candace?" "Duh, silly." Her comment of was like soft music to Tremor's ears. The ice guardian stepped in to light the fire, and Tremor immediately noticed the burn marks that peppered her body. "Candace, you're hurt!" he exclaimed. "I'm alright," the dragons replied reassuringly. "I promise you that much." Tremor glanced up at her with trembling eyes. The ice guardian could tell he had a lot of questions to ask, but they would have to wait until another time. "You can come in," Candace called over her shoulder. The outline of a head appeared in the cave entrance as the yellow dragon struck her head inside. She timidly walked up until she was standing beside Candace. "Everyone, this is Static. She's here to help us." "Hi," the other guardians all nodded. Static could tell they were deeply fatigued by their sluggish movement and dull-scale appearances. Candace continued with an introduction. "This purple brain here is Tremor." "Thanks, Candy." Tremor gave a smirk, feeling somewhat better about the situation they were in. Candace flashed him a wink before gesturing to the rest of the group. "The red one is Flame. The girl next to him is Amber, and Stella is our beloved guardian of lightning." The guardians all bobbed their heads in acknowledgement. It was then that Static's eyes fell on Cinder. Candace took notice and smiled softly. "And the black dragon star loves a Cinder." "Wait, Cinder?" Static's eyes grew wide with terror, and she took a couple steps back. "I sent Cinder the black dragoness? The terror of the skies?" Candace swallowed hard. Cinder only sighed. "Yes," she replied coldly. Static's heart nearly stopped. She glanced from Candace to the other guardians and back to Cinder. Stella was the first to speak. "I understand what you may be thinking," she said as she stood up. "We all went through a period where we were unsure about Cinder, but she's not who you think she is." "But I've heard stories," Static stammered. "I have no doubt how true they are," Cinder pointed out as she got to her feet. "But I'm not the same dragon today as I was then." Static took another step backwards, and Cinder turned to look over steadily at Spyro, who stood draped over Amber's back. "And I owe it all to him." Static turned to look at the head of that purple dragon. "A purple dragon?" she gasped and took a few anxious steps forward. "I've only heard legends of the purple dragon. I hear they're all really powerful." "They are," Cinder nodded, walking up beside the yellow dragoness. "It's because of Spyro that I was free from Dark Master's control. I owe him so much. But that's why we need your help," Stella continued. "Spyro's powers are gone because of the Dark Master. We need to find a safe place to keep him until he can regain his strength." "Well..." Static paused to think about a possible solution to the problem. She wasn't sure about what she was about to do, but as she looked around the circle of weary and worn expression, she came to a final decision. "Alright," she nodded. Let's get you found out of this place and somewhere that's more sheltered and comfortable. Thank you, Candace and Cinder chimed in unison. They gave each other surprised stares but smiled. It felt like so many of the words had been lived in that one moment in time. Ember rose to her feet with Spyro clumsily draped over her. Cinder caught the pearl dragon just as he was about to slide off. I got him now, Ember assured her once they had him situated. Cinder only nodded. Sparks crawled into the gap between Spyro's chest and Ember's back and gave his friend a pat on the neck. He stared at his hand as some of his brother's dry blood flecked off onto his tiny fingers. He pressed them off on Ember's back, being soft enough to keep her from noticing. The girl dragged his whole head towards the mouth of the cave and were immediately greeted with a cold breeze. Tremor shot and gave a low wheeze. We'll be alright, Kent whispered with his wing over his shoulder. I know. Tremor smiled back at her. He continued to stare at her burn marks, studying them closely. It was soon that Kent noticed him glance over Static and narrow his eyes slightly. Tremor. The other ground put his attention back to her. It was a misunderstanding. Nothing serious. You promise? Tremor trying to hide the unfriendly tone in his voice. Promise. Candace nodded. Candace, a little help? Ember called. Coming. Candace replied and walked away from Tremor. As he watched her freeze Spyro to Ember's shoulders, a rushed cough routed Tremor's throat. He turned his head and coughed hard as the fountain staggered up his throat. When the burn subsided, he turned his back up to the side of the cliff before returning to the others. Tremor now saw the glow of solid that hit the rocks below. Now they would see the blood spill onto the rocks below. Slowly, Tremor's lungs were being filled with blood, drawing the other guardians at a snail's pace. Before long, the young guardians were airborne. Static led them out across the mountains, westward deeper in. Ember, Flame, Sparks, and Cinder stayed closer, while Stella, Candace, and Tremor brought up the rear. They hadn't been flying for more than a couple hours when Static broke the silence between them. Follow me, she called back over her shoulder, and do exactly as I do. The guardians nodded and drove over her as she plunged towards the ground. The wind and water stung their eyes, but they forced them to stay open. All around them, the wind roared louder and louder. Up ahead, they spotted a mountain that seemed to rise straight up into the fog and disappear from view. Wow! So I guess she stared up at the wall of rock before them. Get ready for a gust, Static called. A split second later, she tucked her wings back and drooped slightly. The other guards followed and were suddenly hit by a powerful rush of air. The air huddled in surprise as it tumbled down towards the rocks below. Static clung to the rock wall, just out of reach of the slipstorm stream. Don't open your wings all the way, she held over the roar of the wind. It was smashing into the rocks. Bang towards the wall, Ken shouted. The other guardians trained themselves and pitched towards the wall. Flame helped Ember get her grip before taking in himself. Cinder latched onto the wall beside them and made sure Sparks was still with them. Candace and Style dug their long talons into the rock. Beside them, Tremor got his footing but didn't dig his claws in as deep. His exhaustion was beginning to show as the wind current pushed him down to the side of the wall. Tremor, get a grip already! Ken shouted down at him, seeing that he wasn't embedding himself in the rock. I got it, Tremor shouted as his son being woken up. His legs flexed and his claws dug in deep, holding his descent down the side of the mountain. Seeing that they were all together, Static thrust her head back towards the top of the mountain, still invisible from the fog above. From here we climb to the stairs. But be careful, the wind currents are strong. No kidding, Tremor murmured, but no one else could hear his low, strange voice. Static was a fast climber, but the guards moved more cautiously. Ember was extremely hesitant with her climbing, making sure that Flame and Cinder were close by to help make sure Cinder didn't slip off as Candace's eyes slowly melted away. How far are we going? Said as a couple hours of climbing. I have no idea, Candace gasped as she struggled to lift herself again, digging her claws in the grooves as Cinder, Flame, and Ember were making above them. I wish there was some ledges or something we could rest on. I agree, Stella nodded. I can't imagine how she does it so easily. She must do it all the time. That does seem to be a very possible idea, Candace groaned as she stepped up to the next set of grooves. Above them, Cinder and Flame were having a hard time keeping Ember moving. The big junk was strong, but even she had her limits. Are you sure you don't want me to take over? Ember asked for what seemed like the 100th time that day. Let's not worry about me, Ember moaned until almost an elbow to her mate. I just want to get to where we need to go. Ember reached up and dug her claws into the stone. As she started to pull herself out the ice that held Spyro in place crackled. Or cracked. Oh no! Her eyes widened and she turned to grab at Spyro. Spyro! Since suddenly screamed as she watched his body break away from the ice and fall towards the rocks below. Ken instead looked up at and see Spyro falling towards them. The two guys released one paw and caught the Pro Trucker together. The force of the fall caused them to lose their grip, and they started to slide down the cliffside. The girl screamed before hitting a rock platform, coming to a halt. Sam and Ken looked down in surprise to see Tremor duck his paws in the stone and saved them from falling to their deaths. "Are you doing alright?" he asked hoarsely. "Yeah, thanks for your quick thinking." Sam breathed a sigh of relief. Tremor only does. He doesn't think. Ken ceased, which resulted in a laugh from both guys, with Tremor coughing again. Sam climbed down until the four guys looked him over. "If you guys are up to it, the stairs are only 100 yards up, and there's all easy climbing from there." She gave Ken a worried look. "Do you think you can make it?" "We'll have to." Ken nodded. "Then let's move." Tremor got and pushed his head up under Spyro to give Stanley and Kenneth as much support as possible. Another 2 hours passed before the guns could see a break inside the cliff. "I think that's it." Tremor huffed as he gave another push underneath Spyro. "That seems a lot farther than just 100 yards. Kenneth pointed out and Stag blushed slightly. "Yeah, it was more like 500 yards to be honest about it. But I figured that a little positive motivation would be helpful to you guys. I mean, we all need it at some point." Kenneth paused to think about that for a moment and smiled. "Thank you." "Come on, you guys, you're almost there," They called from above. He and Amber had already reached the stairs and were helping Sin scramble up the side of the wall. "We're coming," Taylor hurtled back. She and Ken sucked in harder and hoisted Spyro up to them. The last 10 yards of the climb seemed to take every remaining ounce of strength they had. At last, all the dragons were casting safely along the wall of the staircase. "Great job, you guys," Sag chirped excitedly. "You did really well for never having experienced the extreme wind currents to protect our home." "Our?" Sally panted. "Of course," Static giggled. "I don't live here by myself, you know. There are others that live here from all over the world." She turned and scampered up the stairs a little ways. "Come on, I'll show you." "Hold on 1 second. Tremor raised a paw. "It's just stairs from here up, right? And we're rock climbing involved?" Sag shook her hand and removed her goggles. "Nope, just stairs. That's the easy part." "They give us a short time to rest," Tremor sighed thankfully. "I'm beat." He lowered his head and collapsed on the stairs from pure exhaustion.